Okay, welcome back. Let's have a look at what people got here. I noticed this first column, just kinds, types, examples, classes. That's more like if we had, say, whatever it is, say adhesive, and then we've got lots of different kinds, isn't it? We've got some adhesive, and we want, within that, we want three things. So it's a different expression. I'm sure you can say those things, but that's more like it's going outwards rather than inwards, if you get what I mean. Here, okay, you go into you go to Officeworks, and you want the sticky tape, you know? Well, this is just very practical stuff. Reels, rolls, because it's a circle, isn't it? It's a roll, like a roll of toilet paper, a roll of tissue paper. It's a roll of adhesive. I'm thinking of an adhesive tape, I suppose. If it's adhesive, if it's glue, it would just be bottles.
Tubes.
Tubes, could be. Yeah.
What exactly?
So, you know, it depends on the container, doesn't it?
What exactly we can ask?
It depends what you want.
Rolls of
If you want that,
tape?
rolls, yeah. Can I have 3, 2, 5 rolls? Reels, a bit less common. Reels is more like bigger things like wire. Like, you know, those really big reel. Or like fishing reel. You know that thing on a fishing line? That's a reel. It's related to the word roll. Now, air. Yeah, probably not going to go and buy some air. Can I have, you know, $5 worth of air, please? I guess in your tyres, you just get air, don't you? It's not, you don't get amounts. So I'd say with that one, there's nothing really. I mean, in practical terms, we don't divide air up. Anyone do that? That's right, I need some air. Let's open the door, I need some air. Some air. It's
fresh.
just undefined, isn't it? Yeah, and that fresh, you can put all sorts of adjectives in there, but we're not dividing it. Unless, is there anybody here, maybe they're very Buddhist? They count their breath in meditation. 1, 2, 3, 10 by the end of the day, 3,729. No? And most people don't count air. And usually if you do meditate, you just go around on tens or something, don't you? Cement, yeah, again, bunny, you know, you want to build a veranda. Bags, yeah.
How do you, is it countable or not if you say kilometers of air, like the
Kilometres of air.
like the speed of air?
The speed of air.
Yeah, it's not countable.
That'd be like wind, the speed of wind, and sure that's measured in kilometres per hour. If you're talking about moving air, which is wind, sure, and the weather report every day they say 30 kilometres an hour wind. Sorry, James.
But back to air, can we say a breath of air?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I guess we could have 3 breaths of air, and the other one I was thinking of is puff. Puffs. Puff. Blow. Material verb. Yeah. So yeah, it could be something like that. 3 puffs of air, 3 breaths, depending on...
Like people who are sick with asthma.
Yeah.
You can say
Exactly. Take 3 breaths, take 3 puffs of this inhaler. Puffer. It's called puffer as well, slang.
if you want to say there is not enough air,
Yeah. There's not enough air in this room. Open a window.
but there is
But you don't need to count it, do
a
you?
specific measure, there is not any specific
No,
measure.
you wouldn't say it. You just say it's not enough air. And that's correct then. It is. It's singular, isn't it? Grammatically singular. Cement. Well, bags of cement or tons, I guess. You know, go to Bunnings, order 3 tons. 3 trailer loads. I mean, it depends what you want to do. Often by the trailer load.
Like, if they have different types of, like, different brands of cement, can we ask what are the 2 types of cement?
Yeah, that's right. Then you'd ask what are the types or the kinds, which is a separate sort of issue. With all of these, any product anyway, you can ask about kinds. Kinds of deodorant, kinds of plastic, sure. Okay, pushing on. Pieces of cloth, yeah. Pieces, might measure it in meters, square meters, depends. I mean, concrete is just pretty much the same as that one. Yeah. So concrete's got the gravel in it, the stones. Cement is just without the stones, that's the only difference. Cotton, again, brands is more like you tie balls. I mean, you're sewing. Or reels. This one. You know, the sort of cylinder, like that, and you have your cotton around it. That's a reel of cotton, a cotton reel. Has anybody seen the reel of red cotton? I left it in the, in the living room. The reel. Yeah. Deodorant clicks, not clicks. Be close. Maybe you mean sticks. Yeah. We call it a stick, don't we? Stick of deodorant. Could be a can, depends. Can. Spray can, but we wouldn't say spray can, we'd just say can.
I think the click means when you push the...
Two clicks of...
Like that sort, when you press it down, yeah, but that's not a click. I mean, it might, that action, it might make a clicking sound sometimes if there's something wrong with the top. But yeah, I wouldn't say it like that. Boxes, dye, so colours. I don't know, it's...
Tube.
Yeah, it could be. Tube, bottles. I guess hair dye, bottles.
Sachet.
Sachet, could be. Is that how you buy it?
Sachet.
I'm a boy with grey hair, so I don't ever buy it. Sachet, yeah. You know, sachet, like a little packet, isn't it? Yeah. Fabric, not classes. So fabric, again, rolls. You know, or meters, you know, probably you're going to go and order something, it'll just be, depends. Fog, cloud, not a cloud of fog. I don't know if we do anything in there. Maybe something of fog.
I just found it in some news.
A cloud of fog doesn't collocate. No. It's just fog. Fog descended on us. You know, we were driving along and suddenly fog. We were in fog. There was a lot of fog.
Huge.
But not a something of fog. A huge amount.
Huge amount.
Huge amount. Yeah, very vague. But not a cloud of fog. Amount. Maybe. You just say we were in really thick fog. I mean, you just wouldn't say something fog. I think that's one where you wouldn't worry about it. Lisa, yeah, sure, just RE. Lita. Yeah. A piece of fur. Yeah, guess so. Like the dog's been running around and, you know, left some in the corner. Oh, there's a piece. A bit. Yeah, there's no specific word there. Not a fragment of gravel. Fragment, frag, comes from, think of the word fracture. It's got to break off something. So, you know, if I drop my glass and they smashed, I pick up the fragments, the bits of glass, or fragment of a window, or the table got smashed into fragments. So,
Cubic.
again, you know, if you're in Bunnings, it would be more like your concrete,
Bags.
you know, for everyday purposes. Bags, tons, trailer loads.
Cubic.
I'll just write that one up, trailer load, because see how it's become one word there? You can say truckload, trailer load, car load, one amount. And you just join it up as one word, you wouldn't worry about the hyphen. A bottle of lotion, yeah, that's fine. Not a yard of gravel, because gravel would be in volume, wouldn't it? Three-dimensional. A yard is like a metre, just 2 dimensions, so not yard. Bottle of lotion, dose of medicine, yeah. Could be a bottle also. A piece of metal, yeah, that's fine. Again, you could have a fragment. It's a depending on situation. Tube of ointment sounds good. Tube of paint, tin of paint, yeah. Can of paint. What's the difference between a can and a tin?
Can.
Very subtle difference. Remember that word, subtle?
Yes, there is.
They're exactly the same, but who says can and who says tin?
Can.
British say tin, Americans say can, and we tend to say can now. But my mother always used to fight this. My mother used to say, it's tin, it's not can, it's tin. Because, you know, the further back you go, the more British you get. So she was sort of like me. I do it now, fight the Americans, you know, linguistic change. But yeah, so tin is UK, can is US, if that's of any relevance to you. A litre of petrol, yeah. Even look, a bit like this sort of thing, trailer load, a tankful. You know, it took us 3 tankfuls of petrol to get to Alice Springs. Whatever. That would be a common one. Piece of plastic, strip of plastic, yeah. Handful, yeah, that's a good one. Bag, ton, if you're at Bunnings and you re-landscape it or whatever. Cloud of smoke sounds good to me. Puff of smoke, you can do a puff, like a puff of air. Bars of soap, yeah, absolutely. Bags of soil, kilograms of soil, yes, even tons, again, landscaping at Bunnings. Get a ton, get a truckload, get a trailer load, get a boot. I'll put that one up too. A boot load, what's a boot load? Get your boot out, fill it up with soil. Boot load? What do we mean, a boot load? A car. Right, the car boot. Americans call it the trunk. You know, the back storage part of the car. Yeah, but that's a boot, the boot of the car, where you put your suitcases and so on. So a bootload of soil. Yeah. Americans, trunk. But a trunk for us is a box with handles, you know. That's a trunk. Or an elephant's nose, that's a trunk. But for them, they say trunk. US. Tubes of toothpaste, yeah. That's an interesting one. A spool, yeah. That's more, you're very close. I'd say that's more for wire. We normally just say a ball. A ball of wool. Thread, yes. Otherwise it sounds like tread. So thread. Yeah, you could say a spool of thread. Yes, you could. Yeah. So they're all fairly practical things, a lot of these, aren't they? Just physical requirements and ordering this kind of thing. But notice, as the back area asks me, you know, we don't put an S on here when we pluralise it, do we? 3 trailer loads of gravel, not gravels. All of those just remain in the singular, and it's the partitive expression that becomes plural with all of them. It's very consistent. There's no exceptions that I can think of. Any comments or questions about those ones?
If I want to buy like a big amount, can I say like a container
Of what?
of cement or maybe sand?
Of cement.
Cement?
A container. Yeah, I guess the person would say, well, what sort of container? Like, probably you'd need to talk in amounts, like, you know, I want tons or bags, or just the container's a bit vague.
Oh, but container I think like a truck.
Ah, right, like on a ship.
Tonnage.
Like a ship.
Yeah.
Like a container on a ship, you mean, really big. Ah,
So how
okay, so you're exporting to the Philippines, you know, 7, okay, that's a good one. Generally, we put this on the end again. See how we've got trailer load, boot load. 7 container loads of cement, cloth, medicine. Yeah, that's how you say it.
What about when you go to the shops and ask, can I have an adhesive?
Yeah, now that, what do you reckon? How, given the grammar we've done today?
I think can I have an kind of, or can I have an adhesive?
Can we say "and" for any of these? Can I have a, well, you wouldn't buy a font.
Because adhesive.
Can I have a metal? Can I have an ointment? Can we do this?
No.
No, this is the point. These are all uncountable, so we cannot have "a" in front of uncountables. Right? So you've just got to forget the use of what we call the indefinite article, "a" or "and." Will not work with these. So this is why, yeah, it may not be 3 or 7, it might be 1. You want to just say 1. Can I have 1 roll of adhesive, please? If it's the tape. Can I have 1 tube of adhesive, please? Right? You've got to use your partitive expression for any quantity. Not just 3, 7, but single amounts, 1. You can say as well. Can I have a roll of adhesive? Can I have a bottle of adhesive? Then you can say but only when you've got the partitive expression. Not, can I have an adhesive? Can't do it. Yeah. So you can see the interaction between this and article use, can't you? This is where often one of the big problems with article use is not clear enough on this stuff. This is one source of error with articles. Yeah. So, yeah, look, we're about halfway through that. We'll tackle it again in either tomorrow or the next day. Shall we change channels? And I'm going to keep you thinking pretty hard on the grammar kind of area, actually, because marking the writing, I've got sort of 2 and a bit pages of errors that, I mean, more than that I corrected, but those ones are just ones I think are useful for everybody, and we need to go through this stuff. And the best way I find is I'll just write some of these and I'll try to sort of combine them so we have 2 or 3 problems in a sentence. I'll put up a few sentences and I'll hand it over to you to discuss where's the error, where do you think it is, all right? So I'll get writing. You're probably best to get out some paper and write these down, because hopefully you'll get something out of it, and you probably need a record of exactly what the problem is. And I keep these somewhere kind of where you probably get, a dozen such pages through the course or more. Keep them with you, like I bring them along in your folder. It's probably not too many things to carry around, but have them out with you when you're writing at home. These will be kind of reference notes that, again, I'm collecting errors, not just single individual ones, but the ones that I've noticed historically come up over and over again. So they're likely to be your problems as well as someone else's. So, okay, I'll start putting them up on the board, if you can write them down.